Well, the holiday season will look a lot different for most of us this year, but different doesn't have to be a bad thing. Although many might not be able to spend Thanksgiving with all of their loved ones, there are ways to make it still a meaningful and beautiful celebration. Joining us is Florence Mark, President and CEO of our sponsor, the WW Group. Florence, what suggestions do you have for people who will be having a smaller Thanksgiving this year?
Well, I have 7 children, and some are living in Amsterdam, some in Florida. I have some grandkids that are in Israel, and I have 5 kids that live here in Detroit. So Wednesday, Chef Biz and I are cooking, and we're cooking turkey, and one doesn't like turkey, so we're cooking chicken, and one doesn't eat chicken and meat, so we're cooking fish, and all the side dishes and all the rest, they're going to have to make their own salad, their own pies, and I will be delivering on Wednesday to every one of my 5 children who are staying home. I'm only having Thanksgiving with me and Don, and they're having with their wife or partner or whatever it is, and that's how we're going to do Thanksgiving. But on Thursday at noon, we are Zooming with Israel and Amsterdam and everybody. I'm asking everybody to kind of dress up a little bit, make it a little festive. And I'm asking everybody to think of what they're thankful for or what we should be thankful for. So hopefully on the Zoom call, we'll all be able to say something, because Thanksgiving is giving thanks, and that's so important.
I love that. And you could still do things together even though you're not in the same place. Now, what about seniors in our families and circle of friends that we might usually get together with? What do you suggest?
Well, what I suggest, if you can cook, or even if you can order food for these seniors and either bring it to them or or deliver it from the restaurant. And I would also say, why don't you Zoom with them too? I FaceTime practically every day with one of my kids that are not living in Detroit, or those that are living in Detroit, because I'm not letting anybody in my house and they're not letting anybody in their house. We are wearing our masks, we are washing our hands, we are safely staying away, and we hopefully that we're going to get this monster of a disease off our bats very, very soon. But seniors are very, very important. I love them dearly. I FaceTime with them, and I would suggest you bring them food.
I agree. Now, Florence, how can we make this a healthier Thanksgiving?
Well, you see in front of me, I have all kinds of healthy stuff. I have squash and tomatoes, and I have this cipollini, which are onions that when you cook them, they're so sweet. I have Brussels sprouts. I have all beets. I have mushrooms. I have sweet potatoes. I bake my sweet potatoes. I don't put anything in them. They're absolutely delicious. I do the same thing with beets, and I do the same thing with Brussels sprouts. I put them all in a big baking pan, and I put them in the oven, a little bit of olive oil and salt and pepper, and bake them, and they're delicious. I do make mashed potatoes for those that want it. I do make mac and cheese that those that want it. And we do ask all my family, I said, go out and buy your pies or whatever else you like. And I send them a can of like Cool Whip. And I send that to each one of them, and they can put it on top, and that's healthy. And you know what, Tati? One day, one meal, whatever you eat is not going to hurt you. So just enjoy the day, enjoy the food that you normally don't eat, and just be thankful that we're here in Michigan and Detroit, that we're here in the United States, and that pretty soon all these vaccines will come out and we will be safer.
I agree, Florence. Well said. Now, really quickly, since we're running out of time, you have a new exciting venture in the world of podcasts. Tell us about it.
I'm doing a podcast now. I'm having so much fun. It's called Takeaway with Florence Mark. Today's takeaway. And what I'm doing is I'm interviewing interesting people. Like I had, the first one I did was with a walking expert. The second one I did was with the man who produces and directs the General Hospital. It's been on the air for 38 years, and he was fascinating. And then I tie it all in, and I do a takeaway, some emotional something that'll hopefully make your day a little bit better for you and those around you.
Wonderful. Sounds like a perfect extension of your personality, Florence. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Tati.
For more information on WW, its programs, and to attend virtual or in-person workshop, visit the website 8883florine.com. Again, that website is 8883florine.com.